Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to another first Descendant video. So the game is currently down for maintenance. We have another 4 or 5 hours to wait before it is available again and the patch is being applied. I'm excited, I can't wait. And they have also just dropped the full patch notes. So I thought we'll go over this while we wait because I'm restless and just look at what is coming up in the update. I'll put timestamps so make your life easier by skipping to the section that you want. I'll try and not read everything and make it too long. But yeah, some interesting things coming up. First up, we have the core unlock feature. So basically what they say here is you need to be mastery rank 18 and then complete a quest from Deslin. You know, the Deslin weapon seller guy who we never use. He'll get some role now. So we go to him to do this quest after we are rank 18. And then we'll need one level 100 weapons. So if you're playing hard mode, all your weapons will be level 100 anyway. And you need something called a core binder. So they'll tell us later in this how to get the core binder. Now to unlock a core, you need 5 cores will be unlocked. So basically you'll get these 5 slots and you can equip cores based on the slot. There will be one free slot where you can put anything basically, and each of them will have different sets. So each core will offer some different things. So there'll be firepower augmentation core. I don't know which one is which, but one set will offer these things like firearm attack, explosive attack. One will offer hit augmentation, so weak point damage, critical hit rate, things like that. Then there'll be the attribute ones, there'll be tactical ones, things like that. Now, what they're saying is this will depend on the different guns. Some will have 2 of the same, some will have 2 blank ones. So this will be very interesting how we come up with extra builds basically. So I may have to like re-update all my weapon builds with these things now. So this should make it more interesting and more options. For example, some guns may have very low crit hit rates, and if we get 2 options to add more crit rate, that could help greatly, things like that. So I'm looking forward to this. Looks pretty interesting. Now, how to get the cores and stuff. Now there will be different tiers of cores. You can see here 1, 2, and 3. These will be available from the Void Purge, Void Erosion Purge, and the higher levels will drop higher quality of these cores. So when you put them, you can use that, and there are a few other things. We'll go over this in more detail when it's available in game because it will make more sense when you see it happening. But basically, there'll be cores that offer different things. Each weapon will have different arrangement of cores. Sometimes you'll have 2 of the same, sometimes you'll have blank ones, and then you can adjust and increase the certain things for the gun. Interesting overall. And I can see a lot of variation in the builds. Now, where to obtain the materials? Now, the core binder that is required to unlock the core can be crafted from research after collecting void abyss metal fragments. So this is the thing that we need to collect lots of. I think this is similar to the quantum incubator that we were getting from the first abyss walker. And this will be available from the void abyss, defiler, and infiltration operation. So this thing here, this is going to be crucial for a lot of things. The whole core weapon mechanic will be requiring these. I hope there isn't a 10K limit on this. So yeah, you'll get these things here and you have to collect this again over here. So all these things will require that. And you have to go to Deslin and complete this quest to get, and then you'll get the item from the instructor. Okay. Now they have added some extra attributes to some of the ultimate weapons. Notice there is no Thunder Cage, Secret Garden, or Eternal Willpower. So I'm guessing they're trying to boost the power of the other weapons, the ones that are not used as much, with an extra element attribute. This will not interfere with the one on the mod or on the roll of the gun. They mentioned that in the dev stream. So yeah, you can add some more element damage to each of these weapons. So they've divided it basically here. Fire will be Divine Punishment, Greg's Reverse Fate, Wave of Light, etc. Chill will have more weapons surprisingly. So Final Masterpiece, Kingsguard Lance, Clairvoyance, Frost Watcher, Piercing Light, Albion Cavalry Gun. Electric will be these guns. Toxic will be these guns. I feel like there are more toxic weapons. They might have changed this from the dev stream. So we have Python, Fallen Hope, Sigvoris Proof in the toxic. Anyway, now on to Ines. So we go over her abilities. We've already had a look, but now we can actually get more details. So passive is basically the higher the max MP, the greater the critical hit rate. Critical hit rate on enemies in conductor states cause dark current, dealing chain damage to nearby enemies. So basically like the Voltia beam rifle, sort of like that. So if they are already in the conductor state, which you do by any of her skills basically, they'll do more damage to nearby enemies. So chain lightning cast a jumping lightning that affects multiple enemies to deal damage. When there is a single enemy, it jumps between enemy and Ines. So yeah, I think it will have some duration on this. Lightning conductor, so if enemies already have the conductor state, it'll do more damage to them. This is the tech ability, this is singular. Then discharge is, if you hold the third button, she'll gather and deal a lot of electric damage in front of her. This could be a big damage type of thing, sort of like Bunny's fusion thing if you run the um, electric condense mod. And then you have the snare hunter. So snare hunter will be like a big circle around a bunch of enemies and they'll do damage, sort of like VS's fourth, but it's more of a circle that spins out. So this will be like a big circle, and the enemies within this will have an effect. So I'm guessing if we increase the range and the duration, it'll be really good here. And there's a short using skill, dark current damage to maximum. Okay. So she'll get more movement speed, and dark current damage will increase. Now this is the first transcendent mode, the plasma ball. Again, this doesn't seem that good on paper, but we'll see. So what this does is it will generates a plasma ball that defends incoming attacks from enemies for a better stability. So should help in her defense. Maybe this is handy in the Void Erosion Purge later on. And that is the second skill module. So, by the way, this one here, more MP means more plasma durability. So basically MP seems to be like a big deal with Ines. So the more MP you have, your MP bar needs to be maxed out. Skill cost might be something that we may need to build into Ines, because a lot of things, whether it's critical hit rate, whether it's defense, relies on maximum MP. Then we have the second one, the time of the hunting hound. So basically she charges, does like a somersault and does damage. It's the first and third abilities will get changed here. Again, we'll see it in action. I'll be making the builds as usual. But yeah, it looks good on paper. I think the second one might be better. But now that I look at this first ability, the plasma ball, we might actually be using this in Void Erosion if the enemies are really tough and we need more defense. So now we have the Void Erosion Purge, and we have 20 stages at the start. Now I'm not 100% sure how long this is, because they have gone over this in a little more detail, and it seems each level can be up to 10 minutes. Okay, let's actually read this. Okay, so unlock requirements. You need to be 18 and talk to the Descendant instructor, the robot guy, and then do a mission, and the same mission that you had to do to get the core unlock. Now, the entry method is in the Infiltrations Operation Terminal or the Void Erosion icon on the world map. So there'll be an icon there. 20 stages. Start at stage 1. After starting the erosion, you'll need to defeat Vulgus legions to fill the target gauge. Once the gauge is full, the final named boss will appear. Defeat the boss to complete the Void Erosion. Seems straightforward. Each level will have a bunch of Vulgus. Kill them all, fill the gauge, boss appears, kill the boss, move on to the next one. Now, Erosion Purge complete. If you complete the mission in the target time of 10 minutes, you will receive rewards and unlock the next. Yeah, I suppose it's like each level, but 10 minutes seems quite a long time for 20. Obviously, we'll finish it much faster, hopefully. If you complete the mission but exceed the time of 10 minutes, you'll receive the rewards, but the next stage won't be unlocked. So, okay, I see what they mean here. So basically, you do level 1 in like say 5 minutes, you move on to 2, 3, 4, and then you finish this one, let's say level 5 in 11 minutes. So you'll be able to do 5 levels, and then you'll have to restart again from 1 if you want to continue. So speed, once again, is important, high damage and speed. So yeah, this should be interesting. Mission failed will be if you take 15 minutes of playtime. Okay. Okay, I think I understand. I think this is like individually they're giving you 10 minutes at most to finish this, to proceed to the next one. I'm hoping this is like 2-3 minutes each, because 10 each would be very long. Anyway, next is failed mission. Okay, public matchmaking. So public stage 1, 5, 9, 13 and 17 allow you to use public operation. All other stages allow start private. Okay, so if you want to do it private, you can do all of it, but matchmaking will only occur at 1, 5, 9, and 13, and 17. Okay. Reward core items can be acquired as loot from defeated monsters in each stage of the mission completion reward stage. So basically they showed here, so this looks like a level 2, level 2, level 2. Perhaps later on we'll get level 3s and 4s, things like that. Okay, when a descendant is killed, the target time is reduced by 24. Okay, so if they say 10 minutes, it drops down to by 24 seconds, making it more difficult. Okay. Archaea Obstruction, Attribute Barrier, a new elite effect by region. Legion appears in Void, Erosion, Purge. Reduces damage from the same attribute by 81%. Okay, what I'm trying to understand is if we get different different vulgus of the different legions in the same mission, or let's say level 1 is Legion of Darkness, level 2 is Legion of Immortality, Legion 3 is Legion of Truth, Order of Truth. Yeah, that thing I'm not too clear about, but basically what they're saying is each legion will have a barrier to that element. So for example, Order of Truth is toxic, they are weak to electric. So if you go there with a Freyna, they'll have an 81% damage reduction. So it would be better to go with an electric descendant. But yeah, that's the thing I'm curious about, is whether we'll have the 3 different legions in the same mission, or will it be one legion throughout the whole 20 stages? That should be interesting. You may see the information of Vulgus Legion and Elite effects at the Void, Erosion, Purge stage selection. Okay, this might hint that we may get different legions at each stage. Okay, stage 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20 spawn elites and have crowd control abilities, requiring high level of battle concentration from players. Okay, sounds interesting. Next, we have the Defiler. Now, Defiler, as we see already, is basically a more buffed up Devourer. Okay, you have to be mastery rank 18 and clear the most powerful Colossus quest. I don't know if it's the same we have already done or we have to do that again. Features of Defiler: Toxic, Abyss Symbiote, which is the same as what the Devourer does. Those things we have to go and shoot quickly. Abyss Symbiote is susceptible to electrocution effects, again weak to electric, so Bunny would be handy here. When it enters the Void Reflux mode, it charges in like a pole. Okay, that doesn't seem that bad. We can just dodge it, I suppose. Rather than normal attacks, use electric, the attribute that Defiler is vulnerable to. Okay, they're already telling us this is for electric descendants. Change of ETA intercept battle rewards. So, okay, rewards will now be exchangeable. Defiler themed skin and pack attachments. You may continue to exchange for Flamekeeper and Infernal Walker toy. So the first set will still be available, and you can change, and you can exchange quality required. Okay. What they say here is rotation. So I'm guessing we might see the Infernal Walker back again before the end of the season. When the Abyssal Colossus is changed, the additional rewards will be added to the ETA intercept fee. All rewards applied during the game remain unchanged. So the rewards will be the same. The voucher will be the same as well, as you can see here. Both the ETA intercept rewards and the quality certified will reset in the next season. So basically, they'll have something else in season 3, but for now we have these. So these are only available for season 2. These themed rewards for Infernal Walker and the Defiler. Okay. So next we have the special operation hard difficulty changes. So basically, what we have is, before we had one in Fortress and one at White Knight Gulch. Now we'll have it in Sterile Land and Ecosong. So this moves here. This moves here. That's it. Very simple. Now we will get more enemies, harder enemies basically. So more elites will be spawning and more XP. Fixed to continuous. Okay. Super saturated solution. So remember, there was this new item added to help craft advanced shape stabilizers. These will be available in these hard difficulty operations. So it says here to loot list of monsters. So I think monsters will just drop. It won't be like a reward type thing. So yeah, make sure to collect a bunch of these, craft advanced shape stabilizers. That way, in the future, when we have ultimate descendants and other descendants, you can open the amorphous materials and get the higher tier rewards easily. Okay, next we have an added support bulletin. So this is basically, let's say there is a support feature where somebody is doing a mission and they need help with that mission. So there'll be a new thing here with the NPC Eckhart in Albion. You can go and see who needs help, and if you want, you can go and help them out if you're, let's say, a higher level descendant or something. So yeah, this is a nice little feature. We'll have a look and see if this is useful because nobody really uses this. Next, we have the advanced shape stabilizer. So again, you have to go to Ines and you can research them with the super saturated solution that we got earlier from the special operations. Pretty straightforward. Shop, we are getting the Lunar New Year theme. So we have this one here. The guy, look at this, looks so small. The male skins are really an afterthought for these guys, it seems. But yeah, so the Lunar event skins will be available in one for Ines. So they go over all the haircuts and all the things coming in. We'll have a look when it's in the game already. We don't have pictures here besides that. There will be a new event, in-game event. So like we had the web event with Anais and all those things, login event and the 14-day login event and the Albion New Year celebration thing. That is going to be changed with the New Year's Luck Shop event, 3 weeks, and you'll get a bunch of items. This will be in the game. Also, there'll be a Twitch event, Twitch drops. They haven't shown us what it is, but yeah, it shouldn't be too long. I think you have to watch 2 hours to get all the items. There'll be some makeup and hairstyle, perhaps, maybe a back attachment. That is what they have been giving us usually, perhaps for Ines because she's the new descendant. And then we have a lot of improvements to content. Now, the changes to farming for Ines will be Ines and her materials will be in the Void Vessel hard difficulty, and they're switching Keelan's blueprints onto the normal difficulty of the Void Vessel. So that is the big change. Again, this is going to be the first video I'll be making as soon as the update drops, how to farm Ines, and then I'll go over each of the other things in detail. Sigvoris Proof, which was the Battle Pass launcher from pre-season, will be getting added. And they've also increased the spawn time for ETA. So previously ETA was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now ETA will also be Monday. So another extra day has been added. So that's good. Limited weapons shop. So this limited weapons shop will be available at Deslin. So that Sigvoris Proof blueprint, you'll have to get it from there. And you need support coins, which you get from infiltration missions. Increase the magazine capacity of the inversion energy emitter in the invasion order of truth from 6 to 8 rounds. So basically the gun we get, the beam rifle we get in the invasion missions where we have to shoot the eyeballs in the wall, that is going to have 8 rounds because normally you have to hit each of the 3 eyeballs with 2 each. And sometimes people might miss, although I haven't recently come across anyone who has missed, but they'll give you 2 more rounds just to make it even easier. Now there are adjustments to the descendants. Remember, Valby, Luna, Jaber got changes. Again, I'll not go into too much detail, partly because I haven't played Jaber and Luna, and partly because once they are out, we may be making builds and going over it. But yeah, you can see here a lot of changes. Basically, cooldown has been reduced, damage has been increased. Valby looks like in the best position. She'll get continuous MP while on water. She can jump with her cleanup ability, the 3rd skill, when she's like putting down the water, she cannot jump. And switching between the different abilities is faster. The 4th ability, the big launcher water bomb she throws, that will get bigger and bigger. So Valby seems to be in the best position here. There are changes to Luna and Jaber as well. Again, I'm not going into detail because I don't really know how they work that well. They are also adding the reactors now for Ines, Electric, and Tech. So as you can see here, there is one in the rotation and one in the, which one is the fixed location. Electric to reactor difficulty reward and change the attribute fixed drops in some battles. So yeah, there'll be a fixed location for the Ines reactors. I think it's this one, hatchery. I hate hatchery, so I'll be just using the rotation ones. I have already found a bunch of them. Now this is very important because this update with Fellow, a lot of people have been confused. These are the cooldown times for the Fellow to dismantle your stuff. So basically, if you're level 1 to 4, it'll take 180 seconds. If you're level 30, it'll take 120 seconds. Not a huge difference between, say, level 1 and level 30, only like an extra minute here. But yeah, you don't have to worry too much about leveling up your descendant now. It's much more easier and you can level him up at your own pace, I suppose. So this is pretty good. Also, they have changed where the dismantle appears. So normally you got it on the right side, basically when the dog dismantles something. Now it will be just sort of in the middle over your sub attack button. Now, battle intercepts, they have changes to these as well. Basically, Obstructor and Frostwalker will now be in solo mode as well, private. So they have reduced their frenzy and their damage and stuff like that. So you can now take them out in solo as well, which is fine if you are just trying to look and clear stuff. But yeah, most of the bosses have now become very easy, apart from like the Deathstalker, which is the only public one after this. Now, besides this, there are a lot of other little changes here. They're changing things like the orbs on some of the monsters. They'll be removing that, immunity mechanics and things like that. So yeah, nothing particularly major here to cover, but a lot of little improvements here. Optimization. So there are some memory leak issues. I was also noticing a lot of crashes. Maybe this is related. So they are trying to optimize that a bit more. Some more bug fixes over here. Okay. Again, nothing major here, specific bugs here and there. Yeah, again, nothing major here. I would say a few unexpected things was this clarification of the cooldown here. They've added a fixed cooldown based on the level of the dog. ETA will have 1 extra day. We have a fixed rotation for Ines Reactors. And yeah, limited weapons, the BP weapons will be back. Excava, which was the Season 1 Battle Pass weapon, will come in March, by the way. Twitch drops, though I did not know about this one. And yeah, overall cosmetics and stuff like that. Not bad overall. I'm really looking forward to it. What I will do is, first thing I'll do is how to farm Ines. I'll try and make a video on that. Then we'll go over the Void Erosion Purge, the core unlock, depending on which one is easier. I'll try and explain that, do it a bunch of times. Then we'll look at the Defiler and maybe look at how to, adjust the advanced shape stabilizers. I mean, research them, things like that. I find it so funny. This is so small in the background because yeah, the male skins are not the priority for them. Anyway, hopefully this was fun. Hopefully killed a little bit of time while we wait for the update. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you did, I'm excited. I can't wait to get started. And so hopefully I'll see you in the next video.